Sit down. Lay right. Yeah, good boy, Princey. All right. Hello, dog lovers and YouTube dwellers. Welcome to my video. Welcome to my video, guys. Thought I'll just do a little short discussion on whether Bully Kutta is even a breed. Well, and while I was doing this training, thought it's a good time to discuss this as well, because it's lockdown time and there's nothing much else to do, and I had this thing going on, this thought in my mind, and I was thinking about it. Can I even classify Bully Kutta as a breed? Well, we know that it is not recognized as a breed in any of the kennel associations and clubs throughout the world, including those in India. But should we consider? Well, first of all, let's define a breed. A breed is a type of dog with common physical attributes and psychological traits. This would be a very short description of a breed, or what a breed means. Now, what does this mean in practicality? For, let's say, Dogo Argentino, let's take Dogo Argentino's example, which is one of my most favorite breeds. So Dogo, as we know, is made up of several breeds. It also has Great Dane, the Great Pyrenees, the Bull Terrier, Pointer, and of course the basis of the breed was the Cordoba fighting dog, and a bunch of other breeds, I'm sure. But if you were to take a blood sample, okay, from any Dogo Argentino, a purebred Dogo Argentino, and you compared it, let's say, with any other Dogo Argentino in the world, right? Or if you were to compare it with all the Dogo Argentinos in the world, let's say, you will find exactly the DNA of all these other breeds which we spoke about, like the Great Dane, the Cordoba fighting dog, which is now of course extinct, the Great Pyrenees, and the Pointers, and so on and so forth. So the level of expression of the genes may vary, but the genes themselves, you will find all of these in these dogs, and you will not find any extra genes, any other unknown gene per se of any other breed. So this is common in all Dogo Argentinos. And what does this contribute to? A very similar face, a very similar coat. Of course, Dogos are predominantly white. Those that have black spots, in some cases you will have some dark black patches in the body, and which of course are discarded as a purebred, or as something that conforms to standards, let's put it that way, except for a patch around the eye, which shouldn't be more than 10% of its head size, which is also called as pyreta or pirate, which is allowed. So, but for the most part, you look at all Dogo Argentinos, they look the same. It's and within the breed, you might have certain genes expressed a little more than the others. For example, let's take the German Shepherd. In German Shepherd, you have several colors, right? And you also have the long-haired and the short-haired German Shepherds. You have the black, you have the white, and whatnot. But predominantly, when you look at the dog, you know it's a German Shepherd. And you do some DNA work on it, you do some blood work, you will find that all the dogs have the same breed genes in common. Now let's take the Bully Kutta, for example. For one thing, one Bully Kutta may look very different from the other. and and the variations in sizes, the variation in temperaments. There are all these major variances. The faces look different, the head sizes are different. There is so much variation. Sometimes two dogs that are both called Bully Kuttas might as well look as two different breeds. They don't look the same. There's such a variation. And if you were to take, now I'm sure someone's done blood work here, but I'm being hypothetical here. If you were to take a blood sample and do some DNA work from a group of dogs, Bully Kuttas, you will find, it is possible that you will find that the breeds of certain, the DNA of certain breeds may be present in some dogs and then again not in the other, which contributes to this massive variation in size, in the type of body structure, the head, everything. So what I'm trying to say here is, the reason it is not considered a breed in any of the kennel clubs or canine clubs all over the world, including that in India, is because of such a variation. You cannot pinpoint anything. You cannot have a common attribute. There are some common attributes, but the variations outweigh the commonalities. Let's put it that way. And that's the reason they're not recognized as a breed. So then, what do we call a Bully Kutta? Well, we can definitely call it a type. Bully Kutta is a type of dog. You cannot say it is a breed of dog, but it is a type of dog. And what makes this a type are those very commonalities that I spoke about: the wavy tail, and the height, and the temperament. And but then it stops. It's again, temperament varies from dog to dog, so from bloodline to bloodline. So that's where it gets sort of hazy. So there are not a lot of commonalities that we can talk about. But in general, yeah, a dog which is supposed to be heavily wrinkled, and a large dog as such. So we can call it a type of dog. And then again, there are so many different types. So what do we do to make it a breed? Can it be made into a breed? Yeah, absolutely. If the doggo can be made into a breed, if the Presa Canario can be made into a breed, hell, if an Alabai or Central Asian Shepherd can be made into a breed, then the Bully Kutta can definitely be made into a breed. But in order for one to do it, in order for it to become a breed, this has to be a collaborative effort from all the breeders. So a bunch of knowledgeable Bully Kutta breeders have to come together, perhaps form an association of sorts, and then agree on the physical and psychological attributes of this dog. What kind of dog do they want to call as Bully Kutta? How long should its what is the range of height that you're looking for the dog? What type of head should it have? What type of nose should it have? What kind of muzzle should it have? What kind of bite should it have? What kind of stop should it have? What sort of length of the muzzle in ratio to the length of the head should it have? What colors are permitted? What colors are not permitted? Right? How should its walk be? How should its gait be? What sort of tail it should have? What should be the ratio of its length versus its height? So there are so many different things that need to be defined. And then once that is defined and agreed upon by this group of breeders, this association, then they have to go about producing a dog, or producing the litters, which finally, it's not going to happen overnight, it is going to take years, but eventually conforms to this template, so to speak, these specifications, these specs, this template of the kind of dog that they want to define as a Bully Kutta. And finally, once they have manage to achieve this, where they are consistently producing litters which conform to these standards that they have set and agreed upon, then they can approach the kennel clubs and kennel associations both in India and in abroad, and finally, you know, help get this type of dog recognized as a breed. Once that happens, then we can call Bully Kutta as a breed. So this is my opinion, guys. This is what I feel it would require for this dog, this bully dog from the Indian subcontinent, to be recognized as a breed. And for that to happen, breeders, responsible, knowledgeable breeders, educated breeders need to come together, join hands, form an association, set standards, agree upon the standards, start working towards those standards, and help one another to achieve it. And then, of course, our Bully Kuttas will finally become a recognized breed, or a breed itself in the first place. So thanks, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for tuning in. It's me signing off now. Ciao.